It's been a somber time in the labor market for many Americans this summer, especially on the island of Maui. Let's bring in Andy Challenger. Andy, what's your advice to people who work for businesses that were burned in wildfires or maybe lost to flooding this summer?
Yeah, sadly, that is a reality for so many Americans this year. There is specific unemployment insurance available to people that are victims of natural disasters. There's a separate fund set aside for them so that while they're rebuilding their lives, they don't have to also think about the job search immediately. But I will say, for people whose homes and the areas where they worked were destroyed by natural disasters, there's often the first instinct to rebuild and go back to that community. But future job prospects are something to consider. Even if homes and communities can be rebuilt, will the jobs be there that allow those communities to be sustained over time? And it's worthwhile to factor that into your decision, even if it's really hard to think about in the moments after a disaster.
What can corporations do to help, and do corporations tend to help?
Yeah, well, we don't see corporations tending to be directly involved on the ground in disaster relief efforts. That tends to be left to non-for-profit organizations and governmental entities. However, corporations do play an important role in getting disaster relief funds to those organizations through corporate charitable giving, as well as facilitating easy ways for employees, once they raise awareness, to donate directly to those important organizations.
Turning to a different topic now, what's your update on teen hiring for the summer of 23?
The overall labor market picture for teenagers is a little bit complicated. For the most part, teenagers that want jobs have been able to find them, and employment overall in the economy is good for teenagers. However, we haven't seen a big spike this summer in new jobs added for teenagers. Normally, we see this enormous spike in hiring and activity. This is actually the smallest spike of teen jobs that we've seen since 2010, so 13 years. That's a pretty dramatic low. It's about 17% fewer jobs than we saw added to the economy for teenagers than last summer.
Always good to have you here. Thank you so much, Andy.
Thanks for having me on, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.